We're recording. Good evening, everybody, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. We're really glad that you joined us tonight for our weekly webinar about the 5 steps to entrepreneurship. And we've got some really exciting information for you tonight. And I want to introduce to you Tamara Nielsen, who's going to take it away in just a moment. Tamara has spent a lot of time putting this material together and fashioning a program that I know you're going to be really excited about. So hang with us till the end. We got some special things for you. It's not a long webinar, a little over 20 minutes maybe, but it's an exciting one. So Tamara, you want to take it away?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. As Lynn said, my name is Tamara Nielsen and I'm going to be hosting. So I'm going to do a quick screen share so you guys can see my screen, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So before we get into the 5 key steps of becoming an entrepreneur, I'd like to share a little bit about my personal story, so you guys can know like where I've kind of been and what I've gone through. So first of all, I was married really, really young, and my marriage lasted for about 10 years. That being said, after that 10 years, I found myself as a single mom and really no formal education. So for the first time in my life, I felt super alone, and I was out on my own. And talk about scary. I mean, for me in that moment, that was super, super scary. So that had catapulted me into the 9 to 5. Now remember, I was coming from a stay-at-home mom. So my job honestly was to take care of my children. And now I was being catapulted into this 9 to 5 industry, and I really didn't know a lot about that. So that being said, that became a blessing to me because it allowed me to take care of my children, but it also became a curse to me because it paid me just enough money to keep me right where I was, but never enough money to get ahead. So it was a blessing and a curse to have a 9 to 5 job. And you know, in that 9 to 5 job, well, I enjoyed everybody I worked with. I liked my boss and I liked the people I worked with. My boss used to always tease me and tell me I played a great victim. The truth is I never really understood what he meant by that, how I played a great victim. Well, until it was that one day I asked for a raise because the economy was changing and I had children to take care of. And that was really, for me, it didn't matter much more than my children didn't matter. So I asked for a raise, and I was told, and not in a malicious manner by any means, but I was told I was capped out. I had reached the limit of what I was going to make in the job that I was in. That really changed a lot for me because all of a sudden I found myself wondering what was I going to do next. Now I was seeking anything anywhere in my mind, kind of scrambling, and I was looking for opportunities. What could I do more? Like, how could I change this? And it's interesting. So I had never really looked for opportunities while I was just kind of getting by until I needed to make a change. And then I started having to look for opportunities. So this is key. Because there might have been a time in my life where I had opportunities before me, but I just never took them because I just didn't know they were there. I was so busy being the victim that I wasn't busy looking at other opportunities. And when I was told that I wasn't going to make any more money in my industry, it opened up my mind to looking for new opportunities. So that being said, one showed up for me. And I say it showed up, it was up to me to recognize the opportunity and then to take action and take that opportunity. And at that point, I did. I made the decision to take the opportunity that was before me and open my own business. That being said, I started my own business. And within 2 years, I was able to buy my first home. That was a big deal for me because remember, I was coming from a place where I was always kind of taken care of. And so buying a home by myself as a single mom was a big step for me and really cool. I became really successful. But here's the thing. even though I was now in the 9 to 5 kind of kept me there to move me into my entrepreneurship, gave me just enough, I made enough to move into that entrepreneurship. Now having my own business, I found that I was doing everything. I was doing the marketing, I was doing the recruiting, the bookkeeping, the payroll, the taxes, the everything. And I still didn't have that time with my family. So while I financially was doing way better, I still didn't have everything. Time freedom was really, I think, mostly what I was looking for, and maybe didn't even know it myself. But I don't want to digress, because why we're here is to look at those 5 key steps to moving into entrepreneurship. But I wanted to share this story with you first because it's important to understand what kept me in my 9 to 5, and that was my mindset. And it wasn't until I was met with something that pushed me outside of what I was used to, my normal way of thinking. So that's what I want to get to first. Number one is mindset. And for me, I had to move from being the victim of my own life to realizing that I had the power to change my current circumstances. And I believe this is true for all of us. So the thing is, I had to have a mind shift. I had to go from I can't do it to I can do it. And I believe this is the very first step for everyone, all of us, moving into our dreams and out of taking care of or building someone else's. This is I think the number one key step. So mindset, belief in yourself. Number 2 is gratitude. And the one thing about me, I have to tell you, I just kind of always live in gratitude. Honestly, even though I financially wasn't doing really well at my job, I mean, I was getting by hand to mouth, but I lived in gratitude anyway. I was thankful that I had my job, and that's a really big deal for becoming an entrepreneur. That is also, it's number 2 for a reason, because 90%, if not 100% of entrepreneurs know this one thing. And I can tell you it's the truth. They live in gratitude from where they are, from where they're starting. They don't get successful and then say, now I'm happy. They start out being thankful for what they have, and then they start to attract things to them. So I actually would make a pact before I went to work in the morning in my 9 to 5 job with myself to see how many people I could make smile in that given day. And I really did this every day. It helped brighten my mood. It helped brighten the people who were around me. And I was really grateful that I even had my job. So that being said, wake up every morning and be thankful for where you are, what you have. And the truth is, honestly, if you're watching this video, then you are living a blessed life because you have access to the internet. So truly, you have a lot to be thankful for. So gratitude is number 2. Moving on. This is a big one. So your why, I call this kind of the 3 Ds: desire, determination, and drive. For me, it was my children. I really wanted them to have everything that they would want in life. So it was easy for me to get out of bed and move in the direction of living my dream and getting up, even on the days that there's hard days, true. There are days where it's really hard to get out of bed and I don't want to, but I did it anyway. Why? Why did I do it anyway? Why did I kick my own butt? Because I was driven, and my children, my love for them is what drove me. I guess my point is, with this one, number 3, understanding your why, you need to understand that it needs to be personal to you. It needs to get you to have the desire, the determination, and the drive. It needs to get you to that point where you will, even on a bad day, show up for yourself. And this is something most all entrepreneurs, I should say all entrepreneurs know. Sometimes, when you don't feel like getting out of bed and going, you do it anyway. And you have to have something personal enough for yourself to make that happen for you. So this is something that's going to be personal for you. And for me, like I said, it was my children. But it is number 3 because it's that important. Okay, so number 4 is goals. Who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today. That's so true. So what you're going to do today, this is the way I look at goals. I imagine in my mind a map, possibly, that's going to get me like from where I am right now to where I want to be, or a blueprint, so to speak. You know, if you're going to build a home, you're not going to do it without a blueprint. So goal setting, I think of it in that term. Like when I bought my home, for example, now because I'm an entrepreneur, doesn't mean that I'm set up. All of a sudden, I'm all set up to go buy a house. That is not the way it works. I literally had to think about, okay, if I go to a bank, they're going to want to see my credit score. And I had to make sure that it was at a certain, I guess, a certain number, I should say, to meet their criteria. Not only did I need that, but I also needed to have a down payment. So these were my goals. And so I could meet what my destination was, which is moving into homeownership. That was mine. So everybody's is a little bit different. I think the point is you need that blueprint, you need that map or whatever to get you to your end result, your desired destination, I should say. So number 4 is goal setting. Number 5 is taking action. And while it might be number 5 on the list of our 5, it is super important. It might as well be like a number 1. It is super important because the truth is, if you have an idea and you put it down on paper and you draw out your blueprint or your map or whatever it is, if you want to bring that 2D idea into a 3D reality, it's only going to happen by taking action and moving toward it. So taking action every single day toward your goal is what's going to get you to that 3D reality. Now, I don't know what your reality, your vision, so to speak, is for yourself. Mine was a home at that time, because we're constantly growing and changing. So those will always change and grow as you do. But I don't know what your personal desired destination is, but I want you to know that you won't reach it. It will always be a dream or a wish unless you take action. So taking action is number 5, but it's as important as number 1. Okay, so that being said, here's where we're at. Mindset, gratitude, why, goal setting, and taking action. So this is what I have found to be the 5 most important things that will move you into entrepreneurship and to be successful in entrepreneurship. You have to really encompass these things. You know, and someone told me once, which is interesting, that these are things you're born with. And while this may be very true, you may be born with all you have inside of you to become a successful entrepreneur and live your dreams. But here's what I do know. I'm not sure about born with, but it may be true. Here's what I do know. What I do know is it has to be practiced daily. You have to be mindful of where you're at, consciously aware, knowing why you're getting out of bed and moving toward it, living in gratitude, making sure you have the mindset of the belief system of you can do it, you are capable, and you are worthy of it. So those things are something that I know for sure need to be practiced, because we are creatures of habit. And if you've not practiced all of these on a regular basis, you'll move back into your old mindset, your old way of thinking. You're maybe not getting up out of bed for yourself. So please make sure that these are things that you understand need to be practiced daily. See, for me, this is what I found. You know, for me, moving out of the 9 to 5 was the number 1 best thing I ever did in my life. Not getting that raise, not getting that really changed my life. So I might have, as the victim, looked back and said, you know, poor me. Instead, it catapulted me into a whole new life. So I went from 9 to 5 to entrepreneur. So as I grew as an entrepreneur, I investigated a few different fields. of entrepreneurship. For example, I became a real estate agent, and my reasoning for that was because I have a desire to work from home. Now, as a contractor, which was the business I was in, it took me away from home. It helped me financially, but it kept me super busy and away from home still. So I wanted to work from home, and I became a real estate agent, but the truth is that really didn't keep me at home either. But here's where I started thinking a little bit more differently, and here's where things got interesting. So I started looking at all of the different business plans we get to choose from, the 9-to-5, contractor, stay-at-home, real estate agent, whatever. But one thing I did find that they have all in common. I found that no matter what business I was in, I was always competing with someone. And I found that all business plans force us into competition, competing with one another. So what if we could do things a little differently? So here's what I discovered. I discovered kind of a new way to do business, because I believe we're all connectors and we're all meant to work together in cooperation. What if we stopped competing with each other in business and we started cooperating with each other in business? So think about Facebook just for a minute. Think about how Facebook works and the mindset of the entrepreneur there, Mark Zuckerberg. So he realized that inherently we all want to be connected to one another. And so hence Facebook got started. And what is Facebook? It connects us together. And look at how huge they are now. So what if I told you you could personally make money by simply connecting people to people? So what would that look like? Let me share a little bit about what we've designed. So this is what I started kind of thinking about. How could this work? So I call it the CBB, community-based business, or a cooperative business. Now let me just tell you this. This business plan didn't just happen overnight. So to be honest, I started thinking, what would the perfect business plan look like for me and other people? So for me, this is what I thought about. I thought about all the things I didn't want and started just adding together all the things I did want. So the criteria had to fit this. It had to help people as well as our planet. That I'll get back to here a little bit later in the webinar. But let me just share how this business looks. In our business model, everyone contributes. So it's not a hand up or a handout. It is a small business investment, but it's pooling resources. So we've designed it specifically to offer everyone a new opportunity in our current job market. So if you were to go to our website, you would see Carrie, for example. Well, maybe you wouldn't see Carrie, but you would see our front page of our website, which she created. If you got into our business and started doing some of our trainings, you would get to meet Jackie or her handiwork, because she actually spent a lot of time and energy putting that together. Lynn, well, as you all know, he's connected us here today. So he's our connector. And the slides you see before you, well, that's Shelly. Me, I'm the little jabbermouth, that's me. So I'm the one doing the talking. So the truth is we all have gifts, but they're not all the same. And like my gift, the gift of gab, got me here. And Shelly, you know, she has a great eye for art and photography and things like that. So she did our slides. I truly believe that you have a gift that this whole world is waiting to see and unfold. And I think what a great business opportunity to have all of us share our gifts together, all of us pool our resources and work in cooperation, and then make money doing it. Why not? Why not us? So who are we? We are homemakers, moms, stay-at-home dads, doctors. We have doctors and a few nurses in our business, retirees, contractors, and yes, high schoolers, because you know what? They want a job too. So we have, obviously, we have a lot of different walks of life. But what is the one common thread that pulls us all together? I think the truth is we all want to be connected and we all want to contribute. So this is the really cool thing about this business. We all want to contribute to the greater good. So here's the opportunity for you. Now look, you're right now maybe in a 9-to-5 or thinking about moving out of your 9-to-5 and getting into entrepreneurship. I want to offer you this opportunity. And I want to show you what your commitment would be, what we ask from everybody, including ourselves. This is a community base. We all share in, we all pool resources. So your commitment would be switching brands to toxic-free organic products that you would buy from yourself. This is, I know it's going to sound crazy, but this is all true, and this is a wonderful business plan. You're going to invite 2 people to your business to do the same thing. There's a 4-month commitment that is key to success in all of us, for all of us. There's no selling, there's just sharing healthy lifestyle. So remember when I said I would get back to it a little later about what the criteria it had to fall into? It had to help people and the planet. So toxic-free organic products, they help you and your family. And the business that we purchase our products from, they also leave a green footprint on our planet. And this is why we specifically chose this manufacturer. So we have a really super unique style of building that I don't believe you're going to find anywhere else. You have tons of community support and a team that's already waiting for you. So what are you going to get with all of this? You are going to get, now remember, as an entrepreneur, if you don't know this already, I can share with you, time is money. So you already will have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you have skills in those areas, we will ask you to participate in helping build those to be better, because we can always improve. So they're already set in place, so you won't have to take the time to build that for your business. So we already have a website. The website is already done. And if you're a website builder, we'll ask you to participate. Anyhow, you're going to have 2 websites actually, one for this specific business and one from the manufacturer of the product, of our toxic-free organic products. You're going to get product samples, a few to get you started. You're going to get business cards to get you started. You're going to get tons of community support, like I said, and this is a big deal. Listen up. You're going to get 30 days to start your business training. You are going to get coaching to go with that training. Now, I don't know if you know how much that value is just in itself, but it is huge. When I started putting this all together, I realized what people need. People need training in any industry. I don't care if you're in a 9-to-5, if you're just stepping into it. Trust me, when I stepped in, I needed training for that 9-to-5 job. I had no experience. And then moving into my contracting, I had to go out and learn about that industry and what I was doing. I had to get training. So you are going to get trained. You will not be left just sitting there like, what do I do now? You have personal coach. That in itself is worth a lot, because coaches any day charge now from like $500 to $5,000 to meet with them. The best part of all, I'm going to share this with you. The best part about this opportunity is you are working with like-minded people. So you're going to be working with a team of people just like yourself. And this is my favorite part, because I know that everybody who comes into this business and everybody who's in this business currently, we all are working toward the same goal for the same reason. And it's about helping other people and helping our planet. So I love that. It gives us an opportunity to be human. So what is the buy-in? Here's the buy-in. It's $29.99, one time only. That is the buy-in. Then it's $3 a day. And that $3 a day isn't just throwing out there willy-nilly. You are going to actually exchange that $3 a day for your toxic-free organic products. So now instead of going to your local store and buying your products, you're going to buy them from yourself through your own website. And like I said, it's about $3 a day. And that is it. I don't know like a better business plan, but I can tell you really that's it. It's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks to get started in your own business. So here's where I would like to invite you. I would like to send a personal invitation for you to join with us, because I truly believe that you have a gift that is needed for this world to shine. And this business is designed for everyone. Like I said, we are made up of all walks of life, and everybody has a gift to share. And so I'd like to invite you to the opportunity. Now remember, opportunities become your choice. This is now your choice. Do you take the opportunity or not? I would say if you're ready, take step 5 and take action. Because here's the thing. Honestly, I do not believe that you're going to find a better opportunity in starting your own business and starting down the road to financial freedom. This business is really growing rapidly. So here's the thing. You can sign up today with no obligation. No obligation. It's an opportunity you can take a look at. And you can get a one-on-one consultation with me. And just go to our website, which is www.livingorganicallyforyou.com. You can also find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. Like I said, we have an Instagram. You can check out our Instagram. These are all things you can go ahead and find. It's www.livingorganicallyforyou.com. And if you go to the website, there's a booking page. Click on the booking page and book an appointment with me. And I would be happy and excited to share more with you about this opportunity and see if you're right for the business. Not everyone is, but everyone can. So that's it. I hope you guys found value in 5 key steps to becoming an entrepreneur. I hope you enjoyed my story about my personal life. That's it. That's all. So it's great to see y'all here, and I hope to get a booking with one of you to get to know you better. So that's it. I can't hear you, Lynn. Are you there? I think you're still muted.
Yeah, I should have been unmuted, but didn't unmute. All right, very good. Hey, can you kill the screen share? And I think either Steve or Terry, one of you had a question. I'm not sure who had a question, but.
Oh yeah, stop. Oh, I'm stopping. I got to stop. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry.
If you can, Terry, you've got your hand raised. Terry, I'm going to allow you to talk, okay? You ready? Here we go. You are unmuted, Terry.
Oh, no, I think he still is muted.
I'm trying to unmute him.
I don't know why it's not working.
It's not working.
Maybe he has to put it in the chat.
Unmute. Allow to talk.
Oh, he just said, good evening, sir, Terry. He's chatting.
Okay. Well, if you had a question, we're not getting it over here, Terry. So I hope we're okay. All right. That's it then.
All right.
Well done, everybody.
All right. Thanks everyone for coming. I appreciate everyone showing up. Have a happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to let you know here. Be well. All right. Thank you, Terry. We see you here. All right, buddy. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks, everyone, for coming.
We're going to end the meeting and end the recording. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.